Right then, I'm going to have another go at Count Your Cash. If you watched the previous video, the Flickers video, you'll remember that I got quite irritated with this because I didn't get my £70 box when I really thought it was going to be a £70 box. I have spoken since then about how the machine simply hadn't had enough money through it to settle down into a normal state where you would perhaps hopefully find it in the wild where it just had casual play and had built itself up to being able to do a £70 or a Mega Street box, or even the Dream, which is where you get the actual flicker, where it looks like it's upgrading the £70 box, which of course it can't do, which means that Mega Streak is in your box. And I wasn't going to revisit this machine. I was just going to describe it to you and put it down to, yeah, who's going to put enough money through that machine to ever get it to that state. But that was before MFME V6 and autoplay. So earlier on today, I configured this thing up with some autoplay settings that you can see up here. It took a couple of tweaks to get it right, and this configuration here worked really well. I had this running for 5.5 hours, and during those 5.5 hours, it put in £2,000. It did £2,000 worth of credits in 5.5 hours and maintained a payout of about 80%. It did a pretty good job of playing the machine sort of like a clueless casual, if you will. You can see the settings up there. I will also, Reg is running a little subforum here at Desert Island Fruits, which is layout RAM plus GAM files. You can see Reg has put a few in there. I've added my Mega Dond files where all the cache bots are maxed out. I'll do one for the flickers as well. What we'll probably do as well is just add in my autoplay settings if you want them, but you can see them here. That works really well. And it did a pretty good job of kind of getting onto the board, playing around the board, collecting different features, collecting different cache amounts. I wasn't watching it. I wasn't kind of overseeing it. It just did its own thing. I was off doing other things. I was off making lunch, doing things around the house, playing games, whatever it may be. It just looked after itself, and it didn't even go too nuts either. With this 60% chance of putting in £1, the bank generally held around the £30 to £40 mark. It did sometimes tip over, which is where the £1 inhibit coin lock thing, which we talked about last time, does come in. That was useful, but generally speaking, this did a very good job of playing itself. I did see it collect a jackpot at one point as well. It would always go for the game and deal, etc., etc. The point being that this machine has now had £3,000 through it. I put £1,000 through it, but that was not a proper grand because I'd been kind of trying to do the method. Since I left this, it's now put £2,000 through it by itself, and it's achieved an 80% payout. So what we should now be able to do, hopefully, is play this thing down and see the box progression, because I was a bit nut. It jibbed me out of my £70 box last time. So now we're going to see if we can actually get the box progression out of it. So we will kick off on 25p a go, and we just need to get that feature within £9 worth of credits. I'm sure that will happen because it was doing kind of numpty play. So the machine is set a bit higher than 80% payout. I would hope that this is boarding within £9, but it shouldn't be absolutely bonkers either, because, as I say, it did do a reasonably good job. Those autoplay settings up there did do a reasonably good job of keeping it, around percentage. So let's have a look. There we are. So we're on to the feature. That's fine. Now, if you remember the video from last time, you will know exactly what I'm going to do now. So I will not now subject you to putting another £23 worth of credits through this. I now need to get a total of 32 quid's worth of credits through this. So I'll pause the video here and come back when I'm about to go up to £1 to go, and hopefully we'll have the £70 box. I should just state here, I haven't done a test run on this. Obviously, I could have taken these RAM and GAM files and done a kind of a test run and see, oh, is it going to be ready for an MS box or a £70 box? I haven't done that. I have no idea what is going to be in my box when I go up to the game on £1 stake. I'm just hoping, and I'm placing my faith in autoplay that it's done the job and got this machine into a good natural state. Okay, so that's the £32 in. You can see up there, 32 quid in. So now we're going to put in the extra couple of quid. We're going to go up to £1 to go. We don't want the feature on the first one. We do, that's fine. That's absolutely what we want. Selector, okay, well, we'd like a nice selector. Superstar, Megastar, is that, there we are, perfect. There we are. Fantastic start. And let's see what we've got. Okay. Oh, shall I? I'll gamble on that. Oh yes! Now, can you see that? Because it looked like it wanted to upgrade the £70 box, and that is the flicker or the flicky or whatever you want to call it. When it does that little on the £70 box, that means that you have got Mega Streak in your box. So 100% guaranteed it is Mega Streak, because we saw that little flicky in the box there. We just reject all the way down. This is Mega Streak. And this is how this whole family of machines got their name of the Flicky, the Flicker. Yeah, it's definitely 100% Mega Streak in there. And there we go. Don't even need to take the mirror out in this machine. We know what that is because we've had the Flicky. Now that will almost certainly be a flat 70. They could go past. It'd be interesting to see, in fact, if it stored any value up beyond the 70 quid. We'll see. It's a little bit slow because it's one win at a time. But what I'm trying to do here is demonstrate how these machines could be in the wild, because when these turned up here, the take it or leave it, which were the clones that we had around here, this is how they were. When they first turned up, this is how they played. They would go to a Mega Streak box, then a 70 box, then a 50 box. There was some rude money to be made out of these things. Yes, they tightened up over time, and towards the end of their tenure, another player had got onto them. But if you got these things to yourself, he said, I'll fucking spit your teeth out there. If you got these things to yourself, they were good machines. They were good earners. They really were. So let's see what happens here. Couple more wins, one more win. It's a very slow way to do a Mega Streak, isn't it? Okay, that'll be it. Bonus win, and that'll probably be it. So we'll bank it. And that is indeed it. So, what we need to do is transfer over 32 quid. I now need to go through 32 quid on 25p stake to get it back to where it was. It's definitely going to be boarding. If you get if you get a Mega Streak box, a 70 box, or a 50 box, it will be boarding. The only problem was when you were down to the 35 box. That was when it could stop boarding. So I'm quite happy that that's going to be boarding. I will come back to you now when I've put this 32 quid through on 25p stake. Let's see what the next box is. Okay, so here we are coming to the end of that 32 quid. It is getting quite happy, and this is exactly what it would do in the wild, because it was at, I would say, fairly close to maximum happiness. If it's giving you the sort of flicker box, then it's about as happy as it's going to get. So, but it was a little bit tighter. There we are. Because it had just paid out a jackpot. So now we're going to put our £2 in. We're going to go to change stake, go up to £1, and we want to get on the board. No, we don't want that. Now, that's no good. We need to fuck that off, because it can and will fuck you off with a £20 box if you go into the feature on. So now we've got to put in another £1. But you don't want to... Oh, okay. Now we're going to put in another £1. Okay. There we are. Okay, we'll do it on this one. Okay. That did sometimes happen. In the wild, it would just not quite do it how you wanted to do it. So we'll do it this way round. But we should be okay here. Let's have a look. We'll have move in there. Seems to make sense. I would expect this to be, or I'm hoping that this will be, a £70 box. So what we need to do is get the game open. Let's have a look. Oh! Did that just flicker again? I think it just flickered again. So, alright then. Oh, we haven't got the game open yet though. We've still got to get the game open to get our flicky box. There we are. Give us some more of them icons. Okay, so it's definitely, yeah, you can see there the old little flicky there. So it is another Mega Street board. What's our hint? So one monster cash add. Yeah, okay, we just need to get the game activated now. Mega hint. So one for invincible. Okay, that'll be fine. And, okay, we know it's going to be Mega Streak in here. I'm just going to accept the jackpot. That'll do. Hang on. Are them reels going wrong there? Whoa, what's going on? That does not look like a jackpot reel setup to me. Ooh, something's gone slightly wrong emulation-wise there, hasn't it? Okay, that's quite interesting. So that's supposed to be jackpots on the reel there. I cannot explain to you what's going on at that point. We do appear to have a slight visual glitch. Don't know. We'll collect that out. Let's have a look. We'll collect all that out. And then we should be able to go round again. In fact, we'll definitely be able to go round again. So I'm just going to put £32 in right off the bat. Never going to repeat. I don't think these jackpots on any of this era of Barcrests ever repeat under any circumstances. I have never seen any evidence whatsoever that they will ever repeat at all. I'd be interested to know, like, internally, in the code, what the chance of these £70 jackpots repeating on these Barcrests actually is, because I suspect statistically it's very, very close to zero, if not zero completely. So I'm going to put another 32 quid through here, and we'll pick it back up when I'm on to the £1 stake board. And here we are, last couple of credits, so that's it. We'll go back to £1 a go. It is definitely starting to tighten up now, so getting hints, but not mega hints, that kind of thing. Let's. Oh, it's not. Is it going to go in? Shuffle. Let's do a shuffle. There we are. That's fine. Brilliant. There we are. Straight in. I cannot believe this will be another. We'll have a gamble on that. Yeah, no flicky. No flicky. Now, from maximum happiness, the next stage down from a Mega Street box was the £70 box. And I did have this happen to me on the real thing. It could go from a Mega Street to a 70. I'm hoping it's not the 35 here. Sometimes they seem to play up and they would like step down too. So they go straight from a 70 to a 35 or something like that. They were never entirely predictable. I mean, I probably just didn't work them out well enough. So guaranteed more than 15. That doesn't really help us, does it? So back from the original Flicky video, I can now safely play this video until such a point that it's got nothing left to do except give me a jackpot or a mega streak. And I'm really hoping, well, there's no good options there really. Really hoping that it is a £70 box. But you do have to be careful because it will kill you. It will kill you if you back it into a corner. Extra heart, it's not going to be an extra life. The game's looking fairly healthy already. And I'm really thinking it will be one of those £70 boxes there. And then it'll probably go down, on the next cycle, it will probably go down to a £50 box. Okay. I think we're still safe for now. We should be okay to carry on going round. Can't see it killing me at this point. Extra heart. Okay, that's good. There's an extra life. We'll have that. That's fine. We'll do a move in there. Yeah, absolutely. If it goes invincible, I can't see it happening, but, you know. Because the happiness of the machine only goes in one direction. It only goes down, so... Okay, we definitely don't want to gamble on that, of course. Super shot. Now, we are now getting to the point where you have to... I've got an extra life, so I'm okay for now. I definitely have to double check there. I have got an extra life, so... Because this is the point at which you'd have to think, okay, I need to take the game at this point. But I've got an extra life, so I'm okay for now. And I think it'll take the life now. Game over. And this is where, yeah, this is where you have to take the game. Because you know it's going to kill you on the, next spin or two. So, I'm hoping that this will be the £70 box. It's not going to be Mega Streak again. That's gone. Oh, Jesus. Don't go straight down to a 35. Come on, come on, come on. Oh. Okay. It's got to be a 70. Oh, fuck off. It's gone straight to a 35. You absolute motherfucker. It's gone straight to a 35. There we go. Well, even after £2,000 of kind of munter play through it, you can see there it has gone. It gave me a couple of Mega Street boxes and it's gone straight down to a £35 box. Now, what will happen now is if I go round again, it will definitely be a £35 box again. 100% it will be a £35 box again. And the only hope that I have to win again is to get a Mega Streak or a 70 box versus the 35, and it will then at that point offer you this kind of £50 finish. So what my stats up to now, I'm 71 quid up. That's kind of like a best case scenario. That's about as good as it would get on these things in my experience out in the wild. You know what? I am going to go round one more time and see if I can get a finish out of this. If I were playing a real one of these, I'd walk away now. I'd be happy. I'm 71 quid up. But since we are in the emulator here, what I'm going to do is whack another 32 quid through it and see what it has for me on the game. But the only way I can win now really is to get that 70 or Mega Streak and 70 or Mega Streak or 70 versus the 35 box. We'll see, but yeah, I would not do this on the real thing, but since it's the emulator, let's go round one more time and see what it does. It also gives you, this is instructional, I think, for how much cash these need through them. Because bear in mind, the autoplay put £2,000 through this early today. It took 5.5 hours of solid, unremitting, like robot style play to lump £2,000 through this. And it's dropped down to a £35 box fairly sharpish. So it does just give you an idea of how much cash these things do need through them in the wild to get back to the state where they're doable again, or you can do the method on them again, that kind of thing. So hang on a minute, let's just have a look here. I've had a win yet, because if this goes to, I do need to get onto the board here, don't I? There we are. I've just about got onto the board. Because remember, within £9, you've got to get onto the board. So there we are. I am onto the board. So I will pick this up again. I'll pause here. I will get back to you when I'm on £1 stake. But there's only one out left now, and that is the 70-35 finish. Pick this up again when I'm going back to £1. So here we are, just playing down the last couple of credits. That's it. Oh, there's going to be. Oh, it's just. Fuck. We don't want that. That's no interest. We'll gamble against that. So now, no, I don't want to be resurrected. Thank you very much. That is unnecessary. Right. So we'll put a couple of quid in. And the thing with going again is, as long as you're happy it's boarding, there's no real risk in going again, and you can try for the finish because it's only going to cost you 35 quid and you're going to get 35 quid back out, so you may as well have a go at it. Trail boost, go in, there we are, so we're in. Now remember, possibly it does like to kill you sometimes just on those gambles, so okay, we know it's a £35 box. That's the thing. We do know it's a £35 box here. All we're aiming for is that finish. That 35-cent finish, which would give us I think it's a £50 offer it works out to. So that's kind of all we're aiming for. But the same rule applies as before. And I'm hoping the machine won't make a liar of me here, in that fundamentally this is a no-lose gamble as long as we don't back it into a corner and we don't kind of work it into a situation where it can only give us a jackpot or a mega streak. We should be okay to just play around the board, try and upgrade the boxes, and take the game. Obviously the game is now open, so it's just taking the game and hoping for a finish. There's an upgrade. That's looking quite good. Well, that must mean it's a... Oh no, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm being stupid there. Of course there's a £35 box in there, which I think is going to be that one there. That's looking like the box to me, is that one there, the 35 quid. I mean, okay, if it makes a complete liar out of me, then fair enough. But I have just never seen the boxes go up on this. So I'm saying it's the £35 box there. Okay, we can't quite get an extra life yet. I'm not going to take any dodgy gambles on this, because it can and will kill you. I've got an extra life, that's good. Need to get back on the inside though. Oh, fuck off. Ah, you bastard. Okay, so have the extra life off me. Oh, dear. Okay. I just like getting the cash pot big. It just grade. There we are. Extra monster. Well, it's never going to go invincible, but we'll take an extra monster, I suppose. There's £35 box is still there. Keep your eye on that fella there, because I think that is the box. Press hold 1 for extra heart. Okay, extra life again. This all counts for nothing. I've got to be honest with you. This all kind of counts for nothing because I am saying it's that fella there. It's that £35 box there, and I'm just hoping that it deals down to one of these 70/70 Mega Street. The Mega Street counts as a £70 box. It just deals down to that and then gives me the finish, as it was known as. Okay, we're knocking out quite a lot of stuff now. Possibly not going to be that many more upgrades left in it. Cash pot is nice and fat. Always gamble with the numbers on that because why not? But it is gonna, yeah, it's gonna have the life. Okay, no. Right, I'm not gonna push it too much further now. Mega hint. It's gonna tell me what's in my box. Super feature will guarantee more than 20 quid. Yeah, we know that. We know it's 35 quid. You know, one more. Fuck it. There's no point. We know it's a £35 box. Let's just play it. And just hope for the finish. It's 35 quid in there. Let's just hope for the finish. No, there goes one of them. Okay, reject. Come on. Oh, there's only one left. There's only one left. It's not looking good. Oh, you fucker. Fucker. Gone. That's it. 35 quid. Nope. That's it. No point now. Whole thing's done. And yeah, it's 35 quid. Okay. Well, that clammed up a little bit quicker than I was expecting, even with £2,000 played through it, and a little bit under percentage at that, because autoplay only achieved an 80% payout. That's not a bad session. I have won 72 quid, and let's say that's about as good as you'd expect out of the real thing. What are the overall stats now? It's not far off. There you go, 81.96%. You can see it's had £3,166 in, 2,595 out, just shy of 82%. And I, the player, if I'd have played this from a factory reset, I'd have lost 571 quid. But it's just a little bit in positive territory. So there you go. Hope that video was interesting. It's just to give you a better idea of what the flickers were actually like once they'd had a fair bit of cash through them. Because as I said, when these first turned up around here, I think that they were pretty fat. They were kind of plump with the promise of cash, and they did do that MS 70/50 progression. We saw a little bit of it there, but maybe even £2,000 extra isn't enough. They need more than that. But it's kind of a nice tie-in between the last video introducing autoplay and then the last video that I did on Count Your Cash and the flickers. And this is the difference that it can make when you've got the ability to put a large wedge of cash through a machine to try and settle it down and get it into the state that you'd find it in the wild. But that's the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching if you've stuck with me this long, and I would like to see you next time. But cheers for now. Thank you. Goodbye.